slightly south.
It's not, but it's a fantastic spot to rotate from.
Because you're on the high ground.
So Realize, after that big clutch up by OPTIC, have actually moved in there and done what Exit could not and removed Start a Fight from that position.
Amazing comeback there from the opportunity of being able to restabilize for Realize and taking the best spot with these wingman shots. The wing bro coming in clutch for Reeds. The re-knock comes in, Vayne goes out. Aiden gonna be able to get the shield swap in as well. Reeds is playing out of his mind through the edge of the dome. Tries to get the finish, has to back away. The bank smoke is just being detrimental in this fight. He needs to back away. It's a disadvantage, but the ring is hurting so much for Aiden and added some extra pressure here for Oxygen.
Just trying to play with the ring to get around there, but it's MD White who clutch up. I mean, Wingman highlight clips in a dome fight? What is this, season 6?
Oh man, and he was moving around the corner there too. MD White coming on top from that fight as the Citer Fawns seeing where they're situated on the high ground, slight high ground here. They see the fight from right in front of them. They had set up a portal earlier, but in the line of sight of another team, they're getting beamed by what looks like to be the 30-30, and with an evac tower calling from Dreamfire, they drop down. They see an opportunity to maybe clean up some extra KP to their name. Having to be careful. You talk about those digi threats. He's got one in his hand here, playing right through the Bangalore smoke from 3MZ.
Dreamfire playing around this fence here. Oh, they've got to get rid of that black hole before it spells the end of them, but I think Realize and push them into too disadvantageous a position.
Dreamfire out. We got 4 squads left. Aurora still alive somehow. The Citer Fawns Fnatic as well. I believe Aurora may be a rat here in this situation. With Realize being eliminated, Fnatic looking fantastic on the other side of this wall. The Citer Fawns are playing off the low ground. They're trying to inch forward and they're playing this as a duo. Aurora get called out. That last member, Uchaku the Rat, gone. Now we have Fnatic as a full 3-man team and the high ground. Take game number 1 here. You love to see it, and it makes the most sense there too. It's Vayne at the end of the day, so you can look through your own smokes, but they're in some trouble playing off this high ground. The gold knockdown as he goes for the res here too. You love it as they're trying to engage, but Luca's on the outskirts as Dreamfire.
That's what we're talking about. The Dreamfire have been holding this spot outside, and as you can see, where they've got that gravity lift, it allows them to play that rock, which has just got a beautiful view of the entire battlefield as all these other teams are throwing themselves at each other. Oxygen actually can't make the transition, so now it's going to be Ascend, start a fight in 100 Thieves to walk into Dreamfire's crosshairs.
And I love the position that Dreamfire took to not even fully engage on the fight, because look at their position right now. They have Pride Rock. They're looking the squads that have to funnel their way outside of the building. They're not going to give away that position. Of course not. That's why they yeeted the Archer originally before you had another player trying to take a different position. 100 Thieves still in this spot right now. You have 4 squads left. Started by Ascend, we're able to restabilize. How long did you see a Kraber shot in the feed? Gonna be able to take out Onmook here. Start a fight. Are out from this fight. 100 Thieves, only Backstone left. Can he go for a shield up in that black market? Does it look? Oh, he goes at the very end. 3 squads left as Ascend come out.
And Dreamfire, they don't wait. Ascend as they're going to take that off. 100 Thieves, Dreamfire are going to make their move now. While the iron is hot, they will strike. Backing off a little bit though. Oh, interesting decision. Oh, if that thermite hits, we've got a crypto EMP coming out as well. And now all of a sudden, Dreamfire on the back foot. No, Loka overextends. So does Kashira. And Dreamfire with game 2.
He looks like he's too comfortable over there. Someone needs to wake him up. He's gonna be comfy, not gonna be moving from here. Nice little bow check shot. While TSM fight against Realize, and we have that one member of Aurora inside that crevice.
Gonpu just looking to make use of those smokes and the digi combo there, hoping that someone's going to peek out, not realize that he's looking in on the other side of that smoke and get the damage done, the amount that they can get to start pushing in. Knuckle cluster there from Reps, just continually ticking away. Wow. This must be so irritating now that he's found this angle. He's 87% on the mother load as well. If Reps and TSM can wait for this, that could be the decider. That could set them up to win this, but will they get the time?
It's a present for Fusey here, as he's going to be able to take the height. That one rep from Aurora has been called out. Realize picking that up. They have 10 KP in total. There's that mother load being called in. Look at all the space. Tries to jump right through the evac tower. Realize still able to restabilize, but notably here, Grombe with the bow check on the other hand. The car on the other side. TSM looks so healthy. Full-man squad wrestles out on that shield. Blazer on the knockdown. And TSM take game number 3, our final game on World's Edge.
Still have an evac tower if they decide to do something crazy endgame, maybe throw it down a little bit of a distraction and Ascend making their move. They're going to fight and try to avoid the collapse of Go Next and LG Chivas. So they're actually full sending towards Fnatic. Now a brawl is going to be happening, but Go Next decides to double down and face them as well. Like, we're following you, and Ascend is not going to make it out. Go Next and Dreamfire are able to pick and prod, and LG Chivas to the sky, and it's not going to go well for Neasel when the wings get clipped.
I was about to say this could potentially work out for them, but then they went high and they were spotted out very, very quickly. Aurora had been holding their left side the entire time, but now Aurora Go Next have to battle it out. Aurora down to just 2 and barely a second, really. Impulse, the last man standing for the team, not about to last much longer. And Dreamfire, we talked about it, perfectly positioned the whole time. Go up in the sky to deal that damage, Dev.
Yo, but 3MC just hit the nastiest Arc Star of their entire life, taking 2 members of Fnatic down. That's going to keep them occupied. And with TSM in the middle as Aurora goes out, this is where everything comes down. Roy back up and Adam. Fnatic is out. We have TSM, we have Go Next, and we have Dreamfire.
This was played beautifully by both Dreamfire and TSM. Go Next had to battle tooth and nail to get here. Dreamfire in the fight, down to 2. This is going to be a rough fight for them. Roy trying to hold on. They're not going to be able to do it. TSM just have to wait this one out, Tim.
Yeah, but they threw up the wall to hide themselves and let those 2 fight. Now coming over on the grab flip, Hal is going crazy. Hal is showing why he has shown up to that with back-to-back wins. The champs group stages are already starting out a little crazy, Glitter.
Listen, I don't want to talk about all the casters that chose you.
Well, but now we just kind of have to stave off.
Stand off. Who goes first?
You know, LG Chivas, they're gonna have to move a little bit. Dreamfire can kind of follow them in and disguised. They're trying to stay out of this and utilizing the Dark Veil. Look how much damage just went down as Jaguares falls. Yanya about to join him, and Dreamfire at the hands of it. We knew they were leading the charge on top of the series results, but they said, we want more.
This is why we were saying it was going to be down to Dreamfire and LG to kind of make that first move. DSG able to hold off, stay behind this Dark Veil. Neasel at 1, trying to survive right now for LG. Dreamfire in a phenomenal position. Everybody dressed in red, waiting for the Veil to drop, taking out LG, and now just DSG is left.
There's something nice about seeing that new kill leader pop up as he finds a knock onto Lou, setting their sights onto the rest of Disguise in a 3v2 situation. 3MC looking to go big. Yeah, he's gonna fall, but Roy and Pita's trying to make this happen. Dupes down, Dupes fall. Dreamfire are your winners of match number 5.
I don't know what has gotten into Dreamfire today.
crouched and silent. And the climbing, if he wanted to maybe sneak up on the high ground or maybe try to play like some mid area of a climb, like, look, anything can happen here as long as he just stays. And making it to the top 5 as a solo is quite impressive anyways. And Jinx with the little bit of Senti, that's gonna keep LG a little occupied. They made that elimination onto Bambino, so Go Next will fall. But from the high ground, this is where I want it to end. I want them to take the win, but they still have to move. But with that, you know, all the way on the other side of the building, it's still playable.
Start a fight can really do whatever they want in this situation. XZ, E6, LG, all on that low ground. Well, Start a fight can watch and see which one of these fights is most likely to break out first. LG holding the backside of it. Element 6 directly below Start a fight and XZ on the outside. XZ looks like they might be trying to potentially make a move onto LG, and this could be an opportunity.
Oh, Nocturnal is down, though. We did see the mother load come out, likely from XZ. But the issue here is Element 6, K-Swinny on the Fuse, still has the Fuse ultimate. Now, if he tries to utilize it on the high ground, it will be eaten by that Jenny unless it somehow gets destroyed first. But with the Dark Veils covering everything, we're throwing out an evac tower, and we got to see how are we going to get to the other side, because now you want to stay out of the line of sight for as long as possible. You drop into the enemy one, and now it's crazy. That's where Bloodhound comes into effect here, but there's no Bloodhound on Start a Fight.
XZ manages to rotate away, still with 2, leaving LG on that side. Start a Fight dropping down to make the push onto LG as the zone continues to shrink here down to 2, but they are able to do some decent damage, trying to escape and see if they can maybe survive long enough while everybody else below dukes it out. E6 go down, LG go down, Start a Fight drop down to clear out the rest of this match. It's a battle of wills, down to 1, and Start a Fight clutch out match number 6.
Look, I'm telling you, we've been hyping up my girl Watson all day, and when the Watson clutches up in that end game, that's exactly what you want to see. Congratulations to Start a Fight Esports for winning the final map of our first series.
And that's exactly what is happening. Now they're going to be forced to take this fight, and Dark Zero say, okay, we'll take the fight.
I'm so impressed with what Zionew's done here, by the way. He was on no shields for so long, but he did push in, but Dark Zero, they get wiped. And Enter Thor at first 46, they are able to stay alive, but now NRG, they try and pick up on the pieces here.
And they're going to be able to do so as well. You can see Sweets just moving in. It's only one player alive at NRG. As a 2, Nathan has gone down in the previous fight that they were involved with, but they clean up the damage, and now they completely control the western side of this zone. Elsewhere, OPTIC Esports, Tom Young Kung, they're having a fight themselves. OPTIC only have a little bit of room to play with here, and I tell you what, if this fight goes down, NRG are in a position of 3rd.
NRG do have a chance. OPTIC will try and take the fight versus Tom Young Kung and get a lot of damage, but OPTIC are not able to do so. They're still a 4-3 here, TYK. And now NRG are going to be a 2 versus 3.
2 versus 3 here. Tom Young Kung might be able to close this out. What a performance it would be for this trio if they can get a win in their first game here on the main stage, but it's a 2v2 now because Gildersons has just ripped someone apart.
He's ripped 2 of them apart, and now it's a 2 versus 1.
Gildersons might get them all. Gild! A one-man army walking through the lobby. 2v3, no problem for me.
Well, we said right at the start.
Nags, Prowler, that's exactly what you want to see as Snipedown's just trying to survive.
They really want to take down the last member of FaZe here, but they may just have to forget about it because they have a chance to move up on this circle, and Tom Young Kung now trying to press on the likes of Dark Zero, who are going to be pushing into those areas as well.
Whereas Dark Zero trying to survive here as Tom Young Kung take this high ground. FaZe have been eliminated. Speaking of Dark Zero, we have a listen-in available as they look to pick up their first win. Let's jump over to Dark Zero and hear the comms.
shit.
On the back.
Yeah, watch
I'm swinging
out.
that shit.
They come
I'm swinging that
on.
shit.
Swinging it with you.
He's jumping on them. I suck
They
him.
jumped.
Kill left.
Look, left maybe.
Fuse damage. Pick on me.
Playing on you. Right here,
Okay,
Jen.
fuse damage.
Here. Nice, good ball. Swing
I'm
this.
chilling a bit.
Come on.
I'm batting.
Okay, we're chilling. Chill, Simon.
Chill again. Chill.
Okay,
Let's go.
chill.
Chilling. I'm healing. I know that.
Shoot us up. I don't
The
have
other
any
team's
there.
on the left side. We gotta make sure that team dies though.
I need lighter heavy now.
Here.
And then heavy too.
Here.
Jet take. Yeah.
We gotta slide forward. The team's on our left.
Get him down.
Slide on me now.
Yeah. Doing it. One at height.
Chris on me. 70.
150. 150. Get a swing.
I keep
Please,
chill.
Chill.
Bring back drone. AMP.
We're gonna swing up.
They're gonna swing. Chill.
Yep.
They're fighting each
swing.
other. I'm taking them all. They're right there. Can. I'm picking Jen.
Above. Armor soft. Grabbing.
Team fight. Oh, fuck. No, bro. You win this. On me.
Get up. Get the on.
No.
Fuck. Nice try, Jen. Good fucking try.
Close, but not quite close enough. Dark Zero come in second because it's Jailings who take home the win in game number 2.
Themselves in the best position of the game because they have the high ground over these tracks and they also have a little bit of coverage with these rocks.
Yeah, Zone's going to close pretty slowly behind them as well, so they can just wait maybe for a fight to go down. And it's interesting to see that Alliance, I'll tell you what, my plushie is looking good. It's looking pretty good right now. Because if Alliance can't hold this high ground while everyone moves up and they take damage from multiple angles, which they are susceptible to, then this could be a bit more difficult. Snipe down on his own. FaZe survive. But Snipe down as a solo is going to have to do something magical here for FaZe.
FC Destroy did leave, they got away, so Alliance will still hold this side and Snipe down is going to at least try and rat his way maybe into a top 3. It could be a hindrance, and Northampton and FC Destroy at the moment are fighting one another and Alliance will take the southern side.
They will, and Snipe down just looked inside that building and was like, oh, no one's here. Well, Northampton made their move now. FC Destroy wiped. They should be able to get the shield swaps pretty comfortably as well. We'll be pretty safe at this point. Hack is trying to take center zone as well, but Hack is going to have to watch his back here because there was a player behind him. Mandy does get the kill though.
Alliance got involved in this fight very early indeed, but they are still alive. As I say, that Yuki goes down. It's Alliance versus FaZe, but it's just one last player remaining. It's a 2 versus 1. It's easily cleaned up. The plushie is fine, and Alliance will take the game and show that they can still get it done, even with the new player coming in and a substitute playing for them. But it's the same old boys. Mandy once again.
A nice disengage from Frex even, keeps them safe, but only a few seconds left as the zone's starting to close. And now it's do or die for FaZe. Are you going to wipe out IVG? Are you going to play the opposite side of the building? IVG, they don't come out on the better end of that trade. And now it's time for FaZe to move. Time for FaZe to face off against Dark Zero.
They have a Dark Veil, they have a Bangle, they are poised and ready to make this rotation out, but Dark Zero, you know they have been waiting for this to happen. The fact is, Cody last alive for Complexity in a top 5 situation. Not too bad though, because they need every point that they can get, only coming in with 5 for themselves, and with Monsoon down, at least you get a little bit more cover there with the knockdown, but Snipe goes flying, and Snipe is 1 HP, and Jen Burton making the move onto Frex.
Another pause as we are in the final of the game, so let's bring it up. This is, as we said, our final circle. Dark Zero still facing off against FaZe's Complexity have gone down, so have FaZe, leaving just Black Hand and Singularity in the way of Dark Zero.
All right, well, DZ, they took the power position from Jailings early on. They knew they had to rotate, and they are fighting forward. Jen Burton going off. The trade is going to come out, and the black hole completely sucks them in, and Singularity clean it up.
Let's go Singularity, able to pick up the win. We talked about it on the analyst desk, and now, having come right into the first game of Stormpoint, they very much live up to the expectations for themselves that they've set, that South America has set. The world requires to be met for the sake of the region.
Moist Esports,
No.
Pulverex, and FaZe, and you don't have Moist anymore, top 3.
A nice elimination from Pioneers, and now they've got a really good spot. They're alone on this side of the ring, knowing that Pulverex and FaZe both have to come to them at the same time. It's a matter of holding this area, and with a new castle, you can get a more aggressive angle. Down drops FaZe, you're gonna have an insta-push on them for Pulverex. They've got to defend from both sides, and yet they've already lost Snipe down. FaZe are gonna be melted by this gravity cannon.
But it's gonna be Pioneers pushing in. Pulverex hasn't even moved yet. Phony is down. FaZe is eliminated. Now it's
Here they come.
Pioneers versus Pulverex, who have left and are making the push with
Mother
a
load.
dark veil. That's right, from the contest, they've got Fuse in that legend composition, and if you're breaking it out, the knuckle clusters, the mother load, what does Nasky have to say about this?
It's just Nasky right now. Everyone else is trapped inside the mother load. He's gonna hold it down as the fire burns. Does get a nice cheeky angle on this fence. No knock yet, but this damage that Nasky is putting in is saving Pioneer's game. They get seen on the other side. Pioneers go on the aggressive push. This should be their game, and in the midst of all the smoke, Pioneers have got the edge to make it happen, but Pulverex claw the game back.
Look, maybe Pulverex just needs more Fuse.
Woo!
We need more Fuse. Congratulations to Pulverex, your match 5 winners. So impressive, right? They win that original contest against Northampton and finally get to play the game, and they make their way from Thunderwatch to the Stormcatcher zone and go all the way. Prioritizing the positioning. They're already sitting at 8 eliminations. They're looking for double digits.
NRG took a lot of damage off of this rotation through zone. They have no cover, and now they have no catalyst to block line of sight either. They have no choice but to push forward. Nathan's gonna run in, grab a quick shield swap, see what kind of magic he can work, but he's being fried from behind, and Sweet's got to play cover, jumping up on top. He's got an incredible car, but he doesn't quite find the knock. With IBG coming in for the third party, NRG will go down. We're into the top 2 squads. It's IBG versus a solo from Black Hand, and the fry from IBG is just a little too good. The 6th game goes to Iron Blood Gaming.
Quite impressive. Had they not taken out Dark Zero when they did, we would have had a completely different game as they fought their way forward. Congratulations, Iron Blood Gaming. Well done.
Play off. Play life. That's before.
Not only just that, you also saw the mistake on the black hole. You heard the oh no going in through the comms. It happens to, it happens to sometimes. That's the experience, and it was an unfortunate mistake because they wanted to die in that fight. Now IBG coming off of their win in game number 6, and through CND trying to ride that momentum right now, but Zinky looks like they're in some trouble. The headlock shots are gonna do it in, but Niku coming in instead, gets the res, but can there be enough time before Disguise comes in?
Surely not. Disguise rolling up now, are not able to make use of that res, and now Nuku just has to try and hold out behind these knockdown shields. Can't do it at all. Let's get a doof in the crowd.
And how just do this dance around so many of these teams, especially when it comes to these split positioning that they could hold. KCP with the Newcastle wall with the rock. Nasky gets the knock. TSM on that rock themselves, finding themselves to send out Mufasa. Verholz could hold that position right there, right next to the cat wall.
Okay, so TSM, they've switched up the game plan. Now they're holding hands, looking to roll over these other teams one by one, as a unit, as a team. OPTIC go down, KCP and Blackhand now left. We've got the 3v3.
TSM versus Blackhand as your last 2 squads for game number 2, taking to the skies on the gravity lift. Hal takes on top of the rock, finds the beam again on the R9. Look at his ammo though. He's got only 4 bullets in the reserve here, drops down. Maybe he can try to access that box, but it looks like with just the 30-30, this is all he can work with. Reps incredibly low, gets knocked. Hal gets the trade, and TSM with the 30-30 and a dream are able to dance around the gravity lift, 5 meters to the skies, and are able to take game number 2.
They've got to worry about Aurora and NRG.
Oh, but while the fighting's happening over on the right side by No Name, realize, take advantage, and clean up the team that's leaving fragments. This is the team that was close to OPTIC Gaming on the south side of the circle. Now they have free reign of the entire west side of the circle on points by Aurora. The third party is going to come in from Realize.
And it's been so clean here. Waltzy needs to get the armor swap. Will he get it? Oh, actually, he's going for the bat instead. But the gravity lift comes up. Have they reset in time? Do they have enough left in the tank? Moist, it's all up to Waltzy. A couple of bullets left. He pulls out the repeater, but it's not enough.
Such a smart, patient game from Realize.
Moving in, Sentinels taking the height, and they will be in a position to just rain down fire to potentially win this game. Blackhand know they've lost their roof as well, so now for them to leave this building is extremely tough. They do have the ultimate available from Bangalore though. Can they force Sentinels off of the height with that ult?
And there's still one remaining player of OPTIC. Now there's no remaining player of OPTIC. 2 teams remain, Blackhand versus Sentinels, high ground versus low ground. It's a tale as old as time. Some people prefer having the high ground. Some people prefer being able to scuttle out. It really depends on your utility, as you mentioned. Dark Veil is available for Blackhand to use here, and plenty of smokes.
Evac tower going to go down as well, just to buy a little bit of extra time and maybe even mobility. Sentinels control. There is that Bangalore ult I was talking about, but it's not going to cover enough ground, but maybe that Dark Veil is going to allow them to escape here, Blackhand. They might be able to just peek out of that door and get out, but look at Sentinels. They're in a perfect position up on that height, and they control the door as well. A great play from RKN on cap.
Not sure Blackhand moved quick enough there. They had a moment of opportunity where they could have dashed out, but they did not take it, and now they are still stuck in this building. Sure, Dark Veil's there, but there's absolute coverage from up above. This is not looking good for Blackhand as they now burst out.
Have to send it, have to leave. Strafing Flame is going to stay alive here, and somehow they've escaped for now. All of a sudden, though, the black hole comes in, and that is a problem. They are trapped, and Sentinels just have to clean up what they started to finish this game. Sentinels will be your champions here on Storm Point. And RKN, he's got the legs out to celebrate.
And there's been doubts of Sentinels. What?
Swing coming in from OPTIC Gaming to take down Pioneers, and now it's Jailings versus OPTIC. The Rolling Thunder goes down to try and force them off that high ground.
Really intelligent from OPTIC though. They waited, they knew that final player was there, they got the reset first, but now we see above them is Jailings. They've got the gen down, they've got everything they could want to stay alive and avoid the Rolling Thunder, so they will keep the high ground and won't be forced off.
OPTIC managed to escape for now. Gonna smoke them off from height. Catwall goes down as well, so they're able to escape to center zone right now, and this could be really big. Jailing's just down to a 2. Noises have fallen. So now it's a case of 2v3. OPTIC, you get the feeling they're going to be favorites. Skittlecakes is looking for the clips. And OPTIC Gaming close out the penultimate game of the day here on Storm Point with that dub.
Yeah, it was such a shame that Jailings lost that one player as they pushed in. Thought for sure it was going to be a 3 versus 3 and they'd have a real opportunity, but as soon as OPTIC realized it was a 3 versus 2, well, it was just about targeting the right player, making sure you're shooting the right. Building whereas every other team has a more comfortable path. TSM can go north, Moist are currently closest to where that circle ends, and Oxygen can go south. It's OPTIC who have to go through a doorway and probably be focused.
I love this play from Vayne though. He's trying to force all these players out using the Bangalore. Oh, and oh my goodness! Big spray coming in for Vayne as Oxygen Esports split the zone in half. They want to control the southern side.
Oxygen and TSM kind of collapsing on Moist at the same time, who are taking the damage, but Moist still alive between the Dark Veils, just trying to survive here.
Look at Vayne's position though. Such a smart position to take, trying to take some space away from the rest of the teams, but having realized nobody's stepping through those catwalls and nobody willing to move really in this situation, has to return to his teammate as Vayne goes back up to the high ground.
Well, TSM are going to have to be the first to move here, really, and it is going to be Ascend into the building onto OPTIC. Do TSM now take advantage of this? No, there was not really enough gunfire for them to try and push up on it, so they are still waiting and hoping that OPTIC will push past.
Well,
Smokes go down.
Vayne's a really good thing here for OPTIC Gaming because he's on top. He's going to be firing down, which might allow them to actually leave that building. So OPTIC kind of praying that Oxygen do them a favor here and allow them to leave.
I mean, Oxygen and TSM are going to poke and prod at one another, but then OPTIC have to get involved shortly, and that's why both teams, TSM and Oxygen, are reluctant to take a straight 3v3. They are saying, where is this building team? Now here they come. Dark Veil goes down. Here arrives OPTIC.
OPTIC are going to take on TSM as well. Dark Veils everywhere, piercing spikes everywhere. And OPTIC decide that maybe we're just going to wait for a few seconds for Skittle Cakes. The electrician is up on the lighting.
Does get sent on though. All of TSM see him up there and immediately rip him off.
The barrage does work though. You can see the Oxygen are taking damage. Verholz goes down. TSM, they will be eliminated, but knocked and dropped in position to maybe win this one. It's a 1v1. OPTIC will win it. And OPTIC Gaming with that performance will top this group.
OPTIC Gaming going back to finish the day to make sure that they could dominate this group and pick up some much needed points. Exactly what the doctor ordered.